I'm Hon Fan Peng from NetAssist. We are a managed security service provider. Today, the topic that I'd like to discuss is Malaysia Cyber Security Act from security service provider perspective. I have prepared this presentation in two parts, and this video is our part one for the topic. Let's move on to first introduce NetAssist. NetAssist, we focus on providing cyber security services, professional cyber security services, and consultancy services. We are also providing cyber security technology solution, and we manage cyber security services for customers. This is due to the fact that there are serious shortage of security talent, as well as the product were so many and the customer get confused. So what happened was that we buy the product, we hire the people, and we deliver services for them. But there will be cases where our customer just asks us to supply talent and provide training services to their user so that they should get to know about the technologies and the services. These are all the awards that we achieved over the years from 2019 to 2021. And the next one is that these are the latest awards that NetAssist got in 2024. We have various different certifications from CREST, CyberSafe, Cybersecurity. We are ISO 27000, and our staff, our partners, our service provider has certification of various cybersecurity capabilities. Cybersecurity threats are serious, and this is just one of the many examples. Last year compared to this year, there are a jump of 11 times of cyber attack year on year. And when it comes to Malaysia alone, depending on different type of losses, there are various different companies, and more than about 80% of them were suffering loss of more than 100,000 US dollars per incident in Malaysia, per breach in Malaysia. And the type of cyber attack usually happen, and these are the statistics that we get from our government, saying that more than 60% of the cyber attack happen due to fraud. That's 64%. Fraud by 11% of Malaysia's code, and it goes on. Hence, Malaysian government has come up with the law, and it was passed in June 2024. They call it Cyber Security Act 854. And on 26th of August, it came into operation managed by NACSA, and it focused on 11 national critical information infrastructure sectors. There are two types of cybersecurity service provider that need to get licensed in order to deliver cybersecurity services. And on 1st of October 2024, NACSA opened up the application for license provider to actually apply and provide service. Typically, there are four main types of duties a national critical information and infrastructure entities need to follow. But the first thing is that what is NCII and who is it for? The definition that I read from the article, from the documents, says that NCII is a computer or system which the disruption or the destructions or the disruption of it would have a detrimental impact on the delivery of any services essential to the security, defense, foreign relationship, economy, public health, public safety, or public order of Malaysia. And it does apply no matter your system or your servers or your application is hosted in Malaysia or outside Malaysia. And first is that who are these national critical information infrastructure? So these are the list. In fact, you can also actually Google and then you can find from our government sector. But typically, these are the 11 sectors from the water, sewerage, to trade, to defense, to information communication and healthcare services. So very important and everybody care about is as an organization under the NCII as an entity, what are the duties? So the first duties they talked about is to provide information. You are obliged to provide information about your NCII to the respective sector lead upon request, and also it is mandatory reporting. If the NCI process any new system or they buy any new system, they must be reported to the sector lead. And if there's any changes to all this NCI, you must inform to the sector lead within 30 days. And also very crucial to note that failure to comply is punishable by a fine of up to 100,000 or imprisonment for up to 2 years or both. The second duty is to implement code of practices. The code of practices is a measure, so it's all the measures, standards, and processes that to help the NCII entity to be secure. Alternative measurement can be implemented if it can demonstrate to the CEO of NACSA that it is of equivalent or higher standard. And of course, you are okay to have additional measure so long as the implementation of these are based on international recognized standard or framework. Another duty is the duty to conduct cyber security risk assessment and audit. NCII entity need to conduct cyber security risk assessment every year, and they need to also do security audit at least every 2 years, once every 2 years. And they must submit the assessment and audit report to the National Agency of Cybersecurity CEO within 30 days. And if the assessment is not satisfactory by the CEO of NACSA may have the right, in fact, may direct the NCII entity to take further actions. Or if the audit were not being sufficiently done, the CEO has the right to direct the NCIIE to rectify it within a specific time frame. And of course, failure to comply will be punishable by a fine of up to 200,000 or imprisoned for up to 3 years or both. Another duty is to give notification on cyber security incident. NACSA mandate and the sector need to know that if of any potential cyber security incident within the specific time frame, and you are given maximum 6 hours to notify after the incident, and after which within 14 days the NCII need to submit a full detailed report. Failing to do so will also cause you to be punishable by a fine of up to 500,000 or imprisonment for up to 10 years or both. So the key question that people will start asking is that what are the information that I need to notify about the incident within 6 hours after the cyber attack or the compromise? The information including the type of incident, whether is it a DDoS, is it a ransomware, and the severity or the priority, is it very serious, high priority, or is it not so serious, which is maybe P2 or P3, and the date and time of the incident occur, and how do you get to know the method of discovery of the incident. And within 14 days, NCII entity must able to submit a report where it will detail out the estimated number of hosts affected in this cyber incident, and particularly what are the threat actor, what are the artifact or information that related to the incident or the data that related to the incident, and the information on any incident relating to it, to the manner in which such incident relate to. Particularly, also, you need to actually able to submit a report to talk about their technique and procedure. And also, it is very crucial to report the impact of the incident on the NCII or any computer that is interconnected with it. And what are the actions that you have taken? All this must be done within 14 days. And you must probably want to know what are the sector leads. So these are the list of different sector leads the individual NCII entity need to report to if you fall within that particular sector. For example, if you are doing plantation, then your sector lead will be the agriculture and plantation. And if you are the health care services, it is under the Ministry of Health. In fact, you may actually go and visit the website in NACSA and you actually find out that the detailed further directive issued by the CEO of NACSA. And here, I like to go through some of the summary of it. The first directive, they are talking about incident notification. And in the detail of this directive, NCII entity are responsible to, number one, register one management level personnel for cyber security and risk. And you also need to nominate two working level personnel to deal with and report and communicate with the sector lead. And all these things must be done within 21 days after being informed by your sector lead as a NCII entity. And within 7 days, you must also submit the changes if there are any changes subsequently. And this is the sample of the registration forms that you need to fill up for the management and for the working level to be submitted to your sector lead. And this, I purposely captured this particular screen, which actually I got it from the NACSA, to give you some idea about how it may look like to provide the reports of the incident. The name of the reporter, the name of the agency, of course the detail of the address, the type of incident, whether it's an intrusion, is it DDoS, and then the priority or the importance of it, and of course the description of the incident, and the indication of the incident, that's the name of the system, the domain of the system that is being affected, the detailed technical like IP address, the computer host name, and all those details you will be able to find out, including also whether do you have a business continuity plan, BCP, disaster recovery plan, and what are the actions that you have taken. So those are first directive. And second directive, they will discuss about licensed service provider. The government need the service provider who conduct cyber security services, especially in the penetration test and security operations center, to obtain license. To inform you, in fact, NetAssist has actually gotten the both license for penembusan, which is the penetration test, and as well as the Pusat Operasi Keselamatan, which is the Security Operations Center. In short, we call SOC. So with that, I conclude my first part of the presentation and sharing of knowledge about the Act 854 for that just being passed recently in 2024. Thank you very much.